Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan. Today's video I'm going to be covering a list of 8 bottles that I will be intentionally hunting for in 2024. You may ask, what's in my glass today as we do this list? Coffee. Because I'm recording this video at 8 a.m. So it felt a little too early for a pour, but not too early to talk bourbon. So let's kick off this list with number 1 on the list. They're in no particular order, but number 1 on the list is going to be the Old Forester 1924. So this is going to be the newest expression from Old Forester's Whiskey Row series. My dog is so intentional about chewing as loudly as possible on that bone whenever I hit the record button. If you hear that, I apologize. But yeah, Old Forester 1924. So this is going to be the newest in the lineup of their Whiskey Row series, which includes things like 1920 and 1910, which are great bottles. So excited for that. It's going to be a 10-year-old whiskey, and it's going to be 100 proof. So the only thing I'm a little bit worried about with 1924 is that the MSRP for this is supposed to be like $115. Which is a lot for the Whiskey Row series, you know, because the Whiskey Row series to me is something that's like readily available, constantly on shelves, easy to, just grab anytime you're at the store. And I think that this one is probably going to end up being like the least approachable then because of the price point. But I still want to try it and see where they're taking that series and see if this is really an elevation of it or if it's overpriced. We will see. But 10-year age statement is nothing to sniff at. And it's supposed to be a blend of mash bills as well, honoring the tradition from which it was derived. So we'll see. That's on the list. Next up on the list is a new bottle coming to the Russell's Reserve lineup. Russell's Reserve to me has been, depending on the label, can be hit or miss. I like a lot of the single barrel picks that stores do are really, really good. Obviously the 13-year made a splash. A lot of people love that bottle, but this year we're getting a 15-year expression of Russell's Reserve. So I'm going to want to check that one out too. I like a lot of Wild Turkey products, so I'm looking forward to giving that a shot and seeing if that 15-year age statement is really going to be worth whatever the new price point is going to be on that bottle. But right out of the gate here, we've got 2 heritage distillers in Kentucky bringing some new products out to their lineup this year, and I'm pretty jazzed about that. Next up is going to be Bardstown Bourbon Company. You guys know I'm a big Bardstown fan. I love a lot of their products. Some of their collaborative series bottles, though, to me are misses. I like a lot of their own stuff with their Origin series, their single barrels. Obviously the Discovery series, a lot of those are fantastic. 11 this past year was amazing. But I do have my eye on one collaborative bottle that's supposed to be coming out this year, and that is a collaboration with Amaro Nonino. And as somebody who really likes a lot of cocktail mixing, especially Paper Plains, there's a great cocktail, and that uses Amaro Nonino. So I've mixed with Amaro Nonino before, so I'm excited to see what a collaborative series between Amaro Nonino and Bardstown is going to look like. And I'm thinking about some really interesting flavor profiles you might get out of a collaboration like that. So I'm definitely intrigued. So I'm going to keep an eye out for that collaborative series bottle as well from Bardstown Bourbon Company. Next up is a new bottle that's going to be coming out this year from Redwood Empire, a distillery that I recently covered their full core collection on the channel and reviewed those and gave my thoughts on it. But they got a new bottle coming out this year. It's going to be called Devil's Town, and it's a high rye bourbon at 99 proof. So I'm definitely intrigued. I tend to get down with high rye bourbons from reputable distilleries. So I'm excited to see what they bring to the table there. A little bit of spice, a little bit of sweet. Could be a great bottle, so we'll see. So that's definitely on my list of things that I'll be hunting in 2024. Next up is a bottle that I wanted to get in 2023, and I never got my hands on. So batch 2 in 2024 from Penelope, the Rio bottle. So this is going to be the Amburana finish, a Brazilian Amburana finish. And I heard great things about it last year. People who got Rio really thought it was one of the better Amburana expressions of the year, and I never got a chance to try it. So hopefully this year I can give it a shot. I know that it's a fairly pricey bottle, because of what it is. So, but hopefully I'll find one of those and give that a shot this year since I missed out last year. In the middle here, I'll do a couple of honorable mentions. One of them is obviously the Booker series. I mean, we don't know what these expressions are going to bring to the table this year, but I always like to get at least 2 expressions of Bookers if I can each year. Last year I was fortunate enough to try all of them, and pick up a few bottles. So hopefully I'll get to continue that tradition this year because I really like the Booker's series. In addition to that, we got the Blood Oath Pact number 10 coming out this year. Chances are pretty slim I'm going to get it, but here's hoping I at least get a sample or a sip somewhere. Then later in the year, around August, we should get the release of Little Book. This is not an honorable mention, by the way. This is back on the list. Little Book Chapter 8. So this is supposed to be sherry cask finished, and around that, I think they said 119 proof. So here's hoping. A lot of the Little Book stuff is hit or miss, but the ones that hit, they hit good to me, and I quite like them. So I'm excited to give that a shot too. And then one that I didn't expect to be on the list until I saw it and read up on it, and I was like, you know what? I'm kind of excited about that. But Blue Note is going to be releasing a 17-year barrel-proof bourbon. Like, okay, I'm interested. 17-year barrel proof. I'm in. That could be interesting. It could pack a punch for sure. But yeah, Blue Note, I don't see a lot of folks talk about Blue Note too much. And I think that maybe because their core releases don't, I mean, they're sort of just like, yeah, they're there. You know, they're consistently middle of the pack. But I will say that all the barrel picks that I've had from them have all been impressive and quite tasty. And the last bottle I'm going to put on the list of things I'm hunting in 2024 is going to be New Riff, their high note collection. This is going to be a Bohemian wheat bourbon at 112 proof. So, man, some crazy stuff coming out this year. Some really interesting stuff coming out this year. I'm excited. I think 2024 is going to be a good year for whiskey. If you ever want to see what's coming out, there's lots of bourbon release schedules online. You can just Google, 2024 bourbon release schedule, and it'll lay things out month by month for you so you know when to go hunting for what and sort of plan things out accordingly. You can always check out Breaking Bourbon as well. They do a great job of that in addition. But man, it just sounds like there's so much interesting stuff. I like that. We've always got the sort of strong, steady yearly releases that are just always reliable. But every year they bring something new to the table. They got to innovate. So I'm excited for what we've got on the docket this year. Let me know what bottles you think you're going to be hunting this year too. I want to know what's on your list, and maybe give me like your top 3s. Big shout out to my Patreon supporters who fund these bottles that I go hunting for so that I can pick them up and review them on the channel. I really am extremely grateful to you folks for that support. If you want to get involved in our community, check out the link to the Discord in the description. Totally free. We love to hang out, chat, talk whiskey, life, football, work, whatever. Just hanging out, doing life together, with a shared hobby, a shared interest. And we got people of all levels of bourbon enthusiasm there, whether you're brand new to it and just trying to discover your first bottles, or you're a seasoned, lover of whiskey and you've got a great palate and a great collection. There's a wide variety of folks in there, so all are welcome. And feel free to check out the Patreon as well. You can join for as little as $1 a month, which is it all adds up to be extremely helpful to help fund this channel. So I'm very grateful for that. Cheers, my friends. Normally I have a dram and a bottle, but I have a pen and a cup of coffee. May you live richly and get better with age. And I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.